So, we have found out that June is Dairy Month, but guess what? The party doesn't have to stop because July is Ice Cream Month. So, yeah, that's what we're doing today. I am going to try and experiment with a new ice cream base, and then I'm going to use my custard base that I like to use with goat's milk. Sometimes when you work with goat's milk, to me, the ice cream tastes more like ice milk if you swap it out in a regular ice cream recipe. So I have a recipe that I use specific for goat's milk, and we're gonna also experiment and try something new. I went to the store and I got me one of these Junket ice cream maker mix. Let's give it a try. First thing I wanna do is prepare everything for my regular goat's milk ice cream. We're gonna be at the stove, so I'm gonna put everything I need for the first step in here now. And we're gonna start with our sugar. Don't worry, I'll post the recipe down below. This should give us about a quart of ice cream, what we're gonna use today. A little bit of water and some cornstarch. We're gonna go ahead and make a little slurry with this. I have here some fresh goat's milk that I just got done milking not even an hour ago. Mix that in here. I'm gonna put my cornstarch in here. Set that aside for a minute. I'm gonna get my eggs ready. Now today I am using a guinea egg. And you're thinking, what in the world is that? See, they kind of remind me of a Bantam egg, but they're pointed. They have a very hard shell. But if you notice, they have more yolk to white ratio. You could also just use 3 egg yolks or 2 regular chicken eggs. Now that we have all this ready, let's go to the stove. I'm going to turn on a medium heat, and I want to get this milk and sugar mixture to where it comes to a simmer. So it is just starting to simmer. Oh no, that is more than a simmer. Do not let that happen. You want to let it simmer for 1 minute. I think I've done that. Oh, folks. Some days are better than others. I got myself a lovely little mess at the stovetop. I decided to bring the hot milk over here. And I'm going to take my eggs. I'm going to scramble them up. And next we're going to do what's called tempering. I need to bring a very small amount of milk into the eggs because we don't want to cook these eggs. So make sure you do it very, very slow because nobody wants chunky scrambled eggs in their ice cream. It's hard to do left-handed, so just take it nice and slow, just a dribble at a time. So we have taken about half of the milk and put in with the eggs. And so now I'm going to take and put this egg milk mixture and slowly add it to the milk mixture. Just one more thing I need to add, and that is some of Lazy Days Ahead used sticker vanilla. I'm so excited to have received this as a gift, It's my first time getting to use it. So we're going to add a teaspoon and a splash. I'm going to take my jar that my milk was in. I'm going to put a strainer over the top. Very, very carefully. I don't think I'm going to stir while I do this. I've had enough accidents today, so we're going to very carefully run it through a strainer just in case I didn't get those eggs tampered very well. I want to make sure I don't have any pieces in there. And it looks like I actually did okay. And this needs to cool. And this is our custard base. So I'm going to let this sit out for a minute. And we're going to clean up and make the next batch. So while I make my ice cream mixes, I'm going to go ahead and pre-chill my ice cream machine. I find that I get a better product when I do this. All I did was push this button and this button, and then the timer started. You can tell that it's cooling because the little snowflake is there and it is not turning. All in about 5 minutes, this cooled down. Next step, take my 2 cups of milk. That was simple. My packet of junket, seems easy enough. Oh, I might need, oh, nope, don't even need scissors. And you mix the 2 together. I like to stir it this way. So basically, you know, make pudding. I don't know what all is in here. This is going to be an experiment for me. I've never used it before, but my thoughts are I think it had gar gum or something like that. Some more of the things that you would see in your commercial ice creams. So I'm hoping this will help the goat's milk ice cream be more creamy rather than an ice milk. So we will find out, and we will compare the 2 of my regular custard or my junket. I want to make sure I stir this really, really well because I don't want any bits and pieces of anything to be granular or gritty. Now, all we do is come over to our ice cream maker. You just push play, pour this in. On the lid and walk away. And I'm just going to kind of push this down in and spread it out. And now we have a quart of ice cream. Okay, I know, we gotta wait, we're gonna make the vanilla, but the beater's dirty and okay. As of right now, that gets a major thumbs up. It kind of reminds me of like a Frosty at Wendy's. Perfect soft serve ice cream. Junket for the win today. We are ready for our second ice cream to go in. This, I put it in the deep freeze, but actually putting it in the fridge overnight works really, really well. I've had this going for about 25, not quite 25 minutes, and negative 27 is about as cold as we're gonna get this baby. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over. You can see it's nice and chilled. And there we have it. Back when it's done. You can see you want to get it nice and cold because the temperature actually will get warmer for a little bit. So it'll make much faster if you pre-chill. Came in from bottle feeding the baby and it has stuck and stopped, so immediately You've got to shut that off so it doesn't burn up the motor. Hands washed apron on. Hopefully this didn't do this for a very long period of a time. Oh, that about didn't want to come out of there. That was froze. Look at that. Now that, we definitely got a harder set ice cream this go round, which I think the other one probably would have if I would have let it keep going like this one did. Definitely got a firmer set on this batch. Well, I suppose maybe I should lick the beater and make sure this one tastes good too. Oh. I don't know. That's some really good ice cream. That vanilla, takes it over the top. Farm fresh eggs, I don't know, we've got a competition. Let's dip this out. We'll start with the chocolate since it was first. No, change my mind. It's what I do. Let's start with the vanilla. Now that's a good scoop. As I'm scooping this, the vanilla does feel a little bit like the ice milk still. And this is the original recipe that was better than just using a regular ice cream recipe. And let's see how the chocolate does. It looks nice and creamy still. And it's, oh, it did make it a bit more solid after sticking it in the deep freeze. That's good to know. It helps to put this in hot water to get a good, nice, round scoop. Thanks so much for coming along on this experiment in my kitchen while we made the first ice cream of the season for my family. Y'all have a good one and come back next time. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss out. Just in case you're wondering, do not double the recipe. It will not work. It will not make ice cream. It will overflow, but it does make for a good shake.